Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival. A little different view this time, isn't it? See if I can zoom into right there. We're finally getting a good amount of rain. Y'all see, he's in that doghouse. Looking through the storm door. Sorry about the picture, but told y'all, he gets in there when it rains. He gets in there when I'm doing some shooting. He gets in there when it's really hot. He wants some shade. And, you know, middle of the day, it's hard to get shade anywhere, so he will get on there and lay on it, get out of that sun. But look at the rain. It's raining pretty doggone good, and we sure as heck need it. Everything here's been dry as a bone for a while. The forecast for the next week is a really good chance of rain every day pretty much for the next week or so. And after this good hard rain, it's been going about 30-40 minutes now. Really doesn't matter if we get a whole bunch the rest of the week, but I'm grateful for this. It's going to water the grass and the plants and knock the dust down. But anyway, I shot some video a couple of days ago that I'm going to end this one with, and was going to get out there and show y'all a few other things today, but I love you, but not enough to get out in this mess, so I might not even get the grass cut today. I have went ahead and, you know, checked the oil and all that mess. All I got left to check is the blades on it, so got some stuff to do, but I'm not doing it in this rain unless I had no other choice. So if you listen, you can hear it, but this house is spray foam, so it's got to be a real hard rain for you to even know it's raining. And about 30-40 minutes ago I heard it hitting, so maybe we'll get a good soaking rain. That's what we need. Y'all have a great day. I appreciate you. If you haven't already done so, subscribe and hit that like button if you enjoy the content. If I helped you in any way, I do appreciate that. And we finally started to gain a few more members, subscribers, and I do appreciate you new guys. If you don't mind, help share the channel and help me grow the channel. The more people we can help learn how to prep and become preppers, the better prepared we all will be when crap hits the fan. And you know, the way the economy is right now, looks like it's going to be pretty soon. I don't think we can take another 2.5 years of the way it's been going the last 1.5 years. So we will see. But y'all be good, be safe. Remember what I always tell you. Jesus loves you, and so do I. Well, you see they're scratching. I threw some of their feed out there on the ground. I really should buy some scratch feed so that, you know, do it, but they scratch and peck at that if I throw it on the ground, so I don't know if it'd be worth it. But threw some all over the ground in the pen too, so hopefully the babies will get a chance. Of course, the adults have got to get whatever the babies are after, as you see in there, and then they'll get tired of that the minute come out and finish scratching out here. But anyway, I was talking to my son a little while ago and asked him to help me. I've really got to get the addition to the chicken pen done, because these adults are just, they're going to end up killing these half-grown chicks that I've raised if I don't separate them. So I got to do something. I need to do this side first, get it closed off so I can put the young chicks in there. And hopefully by the time this one that I've got inside is big enough to come out, which should be about another week or two, those others will be grown enough that they can move on over in there and be adult to get up on a roost. I don't know. I don't know what to do with them, but well, he mounts her a lot. She's always raw back there. I started to kill that white one earlier. I came out and she was just in there, had the babies cooped up in that corner right there, and was just pecking them, would not leave them alone. All the other chickens were out here in the outside scratching, but no, she had to go pick on the babies. So I went in there and knocked the fool out of her, and now she runs from me. But I'm gonna tell you what, she's got about one more time me seeing her do that, and she's gonna become freezer food. See, she ran the 4 babies out. Now the other chicks will, adult chickens will pick at them, but not near as bad as that white heifer right there. She chases them. I left the pen door open the other day like I said I was going to. I left it open all night. Got up the next morning for work, and 3 of the adults were out here scratching around the outside of the fence. So of course I had to chase the, chase them. I opened the fence where I got the adults back in the pen, closed the door, opened up this side where I go in and out, and kind of corralled them back inside there, put them in the pen and closed the door. I don't want to lose the baby chicks, or the adults for that matter, but I tried. I think what they've done is either fly over or come through right there. It'd be a pretty tight squeeze for them to come through right there, though. I don't think they can. So they probably flew over. I don't know. But I did put the other waterer out here like I showed in the other video, and I've got the other feeder inside. So if I can get that other side done, I can separate the young chickens from the older chickens. I don't know. Talking to my friend about how many she's got. She says she's got more hatching in a week. She had 5 hatch out of 6, I think. So anyway, I just don't know if I want to try with that incubator again. It seems like I'm just wasting the eggs. So but I've got enough feed. Both cans are full. Both. That's probably at least 3 to 4 months supply of feed. So worst comes to worst, I could let them out and let them scratch, cut way back on the feed. But I'm gonna have to do something about separating the young ones from them. But I was out here a little while ago, had to pump up my brother-in-law's lawnmower tires. He come over, so when he left I went ahead and dumped these rain barrels. I've got to get them cleaned up and get new faucets and spouts and stuff put on them so I can get them set up. And I know I don't have rain gutters, but the rain that runs off that roof right there will fill these barrels up in a heavy rain. That's a lot. So I'm thinking of getting them cleaned, getting the spouts fixed and all that, and then setting them on the back side of the house to fill up with water where it runs off the house. The house roof is a lot bigger. I should get even more water in them barrels. I don't know if y'all can tell. Let's see if I can zoom into that. Let's see. Now zooming in doesn't really help. But you see this bahia grass. Right there is probably the best view. It's done got tall. It's just not real thick yet. But I will be cutting grass. Probably tomorrow because I want to service my mower. this evening when it cools off a little bit. Check the blaze, check the oil, which I do that every time I use it, but check and make sure everything's greased good. I did fill up the last two little 2.5 gallon cans that I had yesterday when I filled the truck up after work. $4.07 a gallon. So I'm going to go ahead and when I service the mower and cut grass, the first red can over there is about half because I put some in the mower last time. So I'll fill the mower back up before and after I cut and put that can in the truck and fill it up for $4.07 if it hadn't gone up since yesterday. And that leaves me a pretty good fuel supply as far as necessities for running that generator. Like I say, I can go through about a gallon every week and fill up all my water tanks if I needed to. But let's see what that gives me. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 45, 50 right there on the end. And then these two I filled up yesterday. Now they look different size. Me and my brother, son-in-law was talking about it. They both say 2 gallons, 8 ounces. But guys, this one right here, oh shoot, that one right there, I watched the pump when I fill them up. I put exactly 2.5 in this one. Had a little room left. I put 2.25 gallons in that one. It is not 2 gallons, 8 ounces. It's 2 gallons, 4 ounces. And you can look at them and go, there's no way they hold the same thing. They don't. So anyway, this can, the first can is about half full. The lawnmower probably wouldn't hold a half a gallon right now. It's pretty well full. So I'll cut and then I'll fill it up. Excuse me. House picking up around the old building up there when I was building those steps and stuff. So I got to get these cables put up. But I'm going to go ahead and refill the generator. It's only a gallon or two low because I've run it to keep it running. So I know I'll at least empty that can, if not one more. And then I will refill those this week is the plan. But I'm going to take inside and I'm going to show y'all what I've started working on. And I've got a strode out all over my little living room coffee table and the couch. I'm going to show y'all what I got going on. Prepping is more than just food, ammunition, guns, and livestock. You know, in my case, it's chickens, and I'm planning on rabbits here pretty soon. My brother's got cows and horses and donkeys, and had a mule, got rid of it, had several. Goats, he's got all that stuff at the farm, which is only 2 miles from where I work, and that's only 13 miles from my house. So, but there is probably 400 or 500 head of cow within 2 miles of my house here off the dirt road and leading to it. So crap hits the fan, I will barter and get a few of those cows. But anyway, a lot of people are saying crap's already hit the fan. We're in hyperinflation. Prices are going up faster than manufacturers, suppliers, and wholesalers can keep up with. I actually sent an email to Southern Prepper 1 because he's been talking about it a lot lately, and was telling him about a situation as far as heating, air conditioning, refrigeration repairs and parts. And I ordered a part for a big commercial retail store in Albany, Georgia. That store's been down. The main blower shaft on their 60-ton unit, they've got 2 twin units running that big store. And the main blower shaft has been down because the grease fittings wasn't worth a crap. We done repaired one of those, but another one went out and it ate into the shaft, and there's no way to fix it to make it run. So they've been running on half their air conditioning that they normally run on, having a lot of complaints. And I had to special order this shaft. Well, let me tell you something. Show you the nasty bit of my truck while I talk. That shaft, there was none available in the United States. It had to be made when I ordered it. So it was a rush order. Well, they call it an emergency rush order. So as soon as it was made, it should have been shipped overnight to the wholesaler that we buy from, so that I can go pick it up, because it's not one of the ones that deliver to us. That shaft's been made. It's went to that company, big national company, distribution warehouse, where they send out all the parts. Their main distribution warehouse for the United States. It's on the east side of the country, like I am. I found out a few days ago that that shaft has been made and sitting in their distribution warehouse for 6 days at that time. Right now it's 9 days. And they're saying that emergency overnight ship orders are taking up to 10 days to ship after they receive it, because that distribution warehouse normally full capacity operates on 125 employees. They have 12 employees in that distribution warehouse. They can't even begin to think about keeping up. Also, the wholesaler that I buy from normally has 3 or 4 employees in the warehouse part of their building, and 4 on the front counter, because they, you know, technicians and companies like the one I work for goes in there and picks up parts and buys stuff, and they've got 1 in the back and 1 in the front, and this guy doesn't even have time to answer the telephone. It literally took more than 24 hours for me to finally get a hold to somebody that knew him and could get him personally. And then it took another 3 hours for him to call me and say, yeah, your part's there, but they haven't shipped it yet. I said, well, can I drive to Memphis, Tennessee and pick their part up? He said, it won't do you any good. If you get there, they only have 12 people working out of 125 that should be. He said, even if you get there, those 12 would not know where to go get that part. It's in the order of coming in and being shipped out. And it would take me 12 hours or more to get there, and then turn around and come back, of course. He said, and we don't know when they're going to ship it. What if they ship it as soon as you leave? It'll be here before you even get there, because it's going by semi, overnight freight or whatever. Y'all, they're talking about closing this store down because it's so hot in that store. Too hot for the employees to work, too hot for customers to shop. It's crazy to have this much trouble to get a part to repair somebody's air conditioner, even though it's a commercial account. I've had residential parts that we've tried to order that took 2 and 3 months to get, that I used to, before this scandemic bull crap happened and this hyperinflation, I could order a part today and they deliver it this afternoon or deliver it tomorrow. Worst case scenario, 2 days, I'd have that part. And I'm sitting back waiting on parts that I've been waiting on for 2 to 3 months that I still haven't gotten. That's for residential and commercial. Hope your air conditioner doesn't break. If you live in South Georgia like I do, your air conditioner breaks, you're in a freaking mess. Because if you're lucky enough that they've got those parts in stock, which some are, the price has gone up 40%, if not more. Refrigerant that's used in all commercial, residential, whatever. Most newer model air conditioners use 410A refrigerant. Well, let me tell you something. Any refrigerant that starts with the number 4 has an ingredient in it that comes from one place. Can you guess where it comes from? China. And therefore, it's hard to get, and it's slow in production, and the prices went from what we used to pay less than $100 for a 25-pound drum. Now we're paying over $500 for that 25-pound drum. And when I call it, where we used to buy a pallet of it at the time, I'm only ordering 5 drums at the time because a lot of the suppliers will not let you have more than 5 at the time. Our prices have not gone up on refrigerant nowhere near what the cost has gone up, because we have to stay competitive with our competitors, and they're not charging that higher price because they don't have the overhead that some of these smaller companies like we do that are growing have. We charge 69 bucks a pound for that stuff. And I know you can do the math. It's a pretty good markup, but you lose some every time you hook a gauge up to a unit. Every time you hook a gauge up to a drum, you're going to lose some. You have to make up for what you lost. So it's not about ripping people off. It's about, you got to make money off of it. And then you guarantee your work. What if something else breaks? You can't go back and charge that customer for that same amount of refrigerant. But you can't afford to just give it away. So you have to charge a price to begin with. So if something happens, you can afford to do that again to make it right. Make that customer happy. And that's what every company does. We're sitting back here talking about the gas prices being as high as they are. I'll tell you what, it ain't just gas prices, it's everything. I told my daughter the other day I haven't been grocery shopping in almost a month. I need to go. Don't want to. I don't want to get in there and get my feelings hurt with the price of everything. So, anyway, I'm going to have to go here pretty soon. Or need to go. There's a whole lot of difference in have to and want to. But anyway, I've got some projects going on that I'm going to record and show y'all when I finally get them done or doing them. One of them is I bought some LED strip lights that are 12 volt. Just the light, no accessories, no fixture, no nothing. They come with a self-adhesive sticky back to them. They're about 16 inches long each, but they're bright. They'll light up a room. So I ordered 9 because, you know, I've got this little house and I plan on putting 1 in each of the regular rooms, like laundry room, utility room, spare bedroom or office. And then I'm going to put 2 in the kitchen, 2 in the living room, and so on, 1 in the bathroom, etc. So that, and I'm going to run, and wire is out of sight, man. A roll of 6'2" stranded electrical wire, copper, is over $400 or in that ballpark at our wholesale price. And I'm going to get some and run it from my battery bank up into the attic and take number 10 stranded and run off of that to each light. But I want to put it on a switch so I can turn each one on and off like you would anything else. Don't know how complicated that's going to be, but that's what I'm planning on doing. I bought the lights. I've tested them a little while ago in my battery room here, in my solar room. And I'm going to try to get those put up in the next few weeks so that no matter what, even if the inverter doesn't work, even if the grid is down, worst case scenario, I could take my vehicle and jumper cables and charge my battery bank that way if I had to, if the solar couldn't keep up. And those lights take very, very little power, so it'll light up the entire house. So that's one project I'm working on slowly. I know if I focused on one thing and finished it, I might make more progress, but guys, it's just the way it is. But I don't know if you're feeling the bite at the fuel pump, at the fuel pump or at the grocery store, but you're feeling it. Just don't know how bad y'all are feeling it as the rest of the country is, but it's getting rough, y'all. Like I said, a lot of other prepper channels out there are saying crap's already hit the fan. Hyperinflation's already happening. And in my opinion, it's going fast, but it's going at a manageable rate at this point. But you hire somebody and you pay them 20 bucks an hour, 25 bucks an hour, something like that. And they'll work a few weeks and say, you know what, gas prices, they're driving, 45 minutes to work or whatever. It ain't worth them coming to work. But yet we can't afford to pay them more than that. I mean, same job we used to pay 2 or 3 years ago, you'd be lucky if you got $12 to $15 an hour. So that cost has to be passed on. Either way, it sucks. I'm going to go inside. I'm going to shut this off, and then I'll add this part inside to it, and I'm going to show y'all this other prepping area that I've been working on, and maybe motivate y'all and give you a couple ideas. So y'all hang on.